Yo, yo, yo. What up? What up? What up? My betting family. We back with another video here at No Limit Bets. And in today's video, I'm going to be bringing y'all my top 4 picks for tonight's NBA play-in games. But before we get started, as always, I would like to say good morning to y'all, good afternoon, whatever time it may be that you're watching this video. Hope y'all having a good one, and hopefully we can make it a better day by winning some money. Also, if you guys are new to the channel, please like, comment, and subscribe. It's truly appreciated. We're currently on the road to 1,000 subscribers, and we're less than 30 subscribers away from hitting that mark. So I definitely appreciate all the love and support that you guys have shown thus far. And as we mentioned on previous videos, we're going to be giving away $100 to 2 of our first 1,000 subscribers once we hit that 1,000 subscriber mark. So just be on the lookout for further details on how to enter that giveaway. But without further ado, let's hop into my top 4 picks for tonight's NBA play-in games. For my first pick, I'm going to be going to the Heat and Hawks game. I'm going to go to the PRA category, and I'm going to be taking Bam Adebayo over 32.5 PRAs. Now, I know over his last 5 games, he's only averaging 23.2 PRAs, hitting the over in only 1 out of his last 4 games. Now, just a quick note, those last 2 games against Philly and Orlando, against Philly, he pretty much only played the first half. And against Orlando, he only plays the first quarter, so I don't want to put too much into those 2 games. But against Atlanta, in 4 games against Atlanta this season, should I say, he has hit the over in 3 out of those 4 games. In those 4 games, he's had 41 PRAs, 38, 46, and 27 for an average of 38 PRAs in 4 games against the Hawks this season, which is above this line of 32.5. Also, in my opinion, I think Bam needs to be in all-star form. He needs to step up for the Heat to be able to make a run this postseason. Last postseason, he had somewhat of a subpar playoffs, as he only averaged about 24, 25 PRAs, which the Heat are definitely going to need more than that from him this postseason, in my opinion, to make a run. Also, I believe Bam should be able to take advantage against his matchup with Capella, as he does have the quickness advantage. And as we know, Capella is more of a rim protector, likes to spend a lot of time in the paint. And throughout the season, Bam has been able to develop a mid-range jumper, free throw line jumper that should be able to help him in this matchup. And as the numbers are showing, he has been able to take advantage of this matchup and put up some decent numbers. And as to the reason why I'm going to be taking him over 32.5 PRAs for my first pick. For my second pick, I'm going to stick to the same game, stick to the same category, PRAs, but I'm going to be going to the other side, and I'm going to be taking DeAndre Hunter over 20.5 PRAs. Now, over his last 5, he's averaging close to this line at 19 PRAs, hitting the over in 2 out of those 5 games. But against the Heat this season in 4 games, he's been able to hit the over in all of the 4 games against them. In those 4 games, it has been close, but he has been able to hit the over with 23 PRAs, 23, 22, and 22 for an average of 22.5 PRAs, which is close, but it is above this line that they have him at. Also, the Heat this season have struggled against opposing small forwards, as they've allowed the 4th most points per game, the third most assists per game, the 12th most rebounds per game, and the 3rd most three-point makes per game to opposing small forwards. Now, also, these two teams did meet up in last year's playoffs in the first round, with the Heat beating the Hawks 4-1. But in that series, DeAndre Hunter averaged 25.6 PRA. So he has been able to play good and put up some decent numbers against the Heat here recently and in last year's playoffs. So I expect them to do the same for this playing game, and I'm going to be rocking with him over 20.5 PRAs for my second pick. For my third pick, I'm going to go to the night game, the Lakers against the Timberwolves, and both of my picks are going to be in the points category. One is going to be a over and one is going to be a under. For the third pick, I'm going to be taking Anthony Davis over 25.5 points. Now, as you guys can see, over his last 5, he is only averaging 21.6, only hitting the over in 1 out of his last 5 games. But against the Timberwolves, he's been able to dominate them. He has only played in 2 out of 3 games this season against the Timberwolves. But in those 2 games, he has scored 38 points in each of those 2 games. So he has been dominant against them. Now, as we know, Rudy Gobert, with his situation and what happened a couple nights ago, he is not going to be playing this game. Also, Naz Reid is out for the season due to an injury. So the Timberwolves are really don't have that much size. The only size that they do have is going to be Karl Anthony Towns. As to that reason, I think Anthony Davis should be able to dominate them. They really don't have anybody for him other than Cat, which in my opinion, he's not that great of a defender as is. So I'm going to be rocking with Anthony Davis over 25.5 points for my third pick. I think the Lakers are going to need Davis to show up and be his dominant self in order for them to be able to make a run this season. And I think he starts it off right with the Timberwolves, getting us at least 26 points. So I'm going to be rocking with him for my third pick. And for my fourth and last pick, I'm going to go to the guy right next to him, and I'm going to be taking the under on Anthony Edwards, 27.5 points. Now, as you guys can see, over his last 5, he is averaging 26 points per game, hitting the over in 2 out of his last 5 games. He did come close in their last game of the season against the Pelicans, but against the Lakers, he has only hit this over in 1 out of the 3 matchups this season. And that the only matchup he did hit the over was early in the season, back in October, where he scored 29 points. But as we know, the Lakers are a totally different team, especially defensively. And in the last 2 matchups against the Lakers, which happened after the trade, both of the games were in March. In those 2 games, he only scored 19 points in one game and 11 points in the most recent one, which is the one that you guys could see on March 31st. So he's more than likely going to be guarded by the Lakers' best defender in Vanderbilt. So as to why, I think he's going to have a rough night against the Lakers tonight. Yeah, I'm not saying he's not going to be able to get his. Obviously, I do expect him to score over 20 points, but I don't expect him to get to the 28-point mark, obviously, as to why I'm taking the under. So I'm going to be rocking with the under. Anthony Edwards, 27.5 points for my fourth pick. So that's going to be it for my top 4 picks. Just to recap, I'm going to be taking the over on Bam Adebayo's PRAs. I'm going to be taking the over on DeAndre Hunter's PRAs, the over on AD's points, and the under on Anthony Edwards, 27.5 points. Now, I more than likely am going to be submitting another slip or 2 throughout the day. If I do, they're going to be posted on my Twitter account. The link to my Twitter is down in the description, so just make sure you follow me there. And as always, here at No Limit Bets, we like to go with the low risk, high reward. So I'm gonna be placing a $7 entry for the possibility of winning $70. And that's gonna be it for today's video, y'all. Y'all have a good rest of your day. Enjoy the games tonight, and we'll be back here tomorrow. Let's get this money.